Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And in today's video, this is the second part of my character design speed paint series. And in part 2, I'm going to be going over Miria, the sixth sage. So, in the world of the seven sages, I have many different concepts, but one of the strongest concepts that I have are the six things God hates, the seventh he finds most deplorable. And so for Miria, her righteous fury, her righteous hatred comes from the sixth, which is a false witness that speaketh lies. To summarize, Miria is a rich woman, a woman of status, and she is constantly in the presence of people who abuse magic and this new system of the world. She seeks to expose this corruption, but despite her fame, she wants to play her cards close to her chest. Now, her overall character design is the representation of the Y2K era and fashion aesthetic. So, the Seven Sages show, it is a science fantasy that blends magic with technological advancement. The Cascade, which was this near apocalyptic event, occurred in the year 2000, which is around the time of the pop icon phase in North America, as well as the Y2K fashion style. And I wanted to marry a Y2K core with the flowing fabrics of fantasy, as well as the modular and bagginess of cyberpunk techwear, leading to a clothing style of characters wearing one article that is form-fitting and tight, and another article of clothing that is more spacious or flowing fabrics, sometimes even exposing skin. The Letterboy's hat is definitely a staple of Y2K, and Miria wears a form of detached bell-bottom chap sort of jean-like pants, which again leads credence to that late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic. You see oftentimes a lot of women wearing letterboy hats and bell bottoms or even apple bottoms. White and pink are definitely core colors I chose for her. She is a very pure character, a very powerful character, and she's also very compassionate. That's why I chose white, and that's why I chose pink, because those are very vibrant, warm, and lively colors. She very much believes in what she thinks is right, and she is very gung-ho about her ideals and values. While the blue in her design is to bring about a slight contrast to better ground her character designs and separate her body. I didn't want to choose too many light or warm colors for her. The gold that you see in her earrings and her other pieces of jewelry and even the strap on her shirt is to denote her class and wealth. Again, she's a pop star, she's a music icon. She's wealthy, she's well known, she has money, she has influence about her, but it's very subtle. You are able to infer that she is a woman or a person of status simply due to that slight affecture. I then gave her the Afro puffs. She has two Afro puffs on either side of her head, and I just chose that because I like that style. I remember seeing a picture of my mom and her siblings, as well as other people in my family. They have this sort of Afro puff or like Afro ponytail like hairstyle that they had when they were younger. So I definitely wanted to include that for that 90s feel. Maybe even harkening back to, I want to say, the 80s even. Now, Miria, she gets her name, and she's also loosely inspired by Miriam of the Bible. Miriam was the sister of Moses. She was a prophetess in her own right, and she led the women in singing. She led women in singing, especially during Moses' exodus from Egypt and the parting of the Red Sea. And this definitely further leads credence to her being the socialite of the group. She gets the seven sages into and out of events and other places so that they can operate and push their plans and ideals forward. She is also one of the financial supporters of the group. She provides funding, she provides resources, and other things like that. So I wanted to definitely have her overarching design denote something of, despite being classy, despite being a socialite and of high class, she still has that sort of beauty about her. She has a very natural beauty. She doesn't use makeup. She doesn't feel the need to overly dress up. She just wears standard attire that she will go out in the day in. Now, to bring it back to the core of her design, the 7 sages are based on the 6 things God hates. The 7th is deplorable. The idea that these are 7 men and women who have been wronged and have a justified reason for why they have been wronged. Miria as a character has been brought before many liars, many false witnesses. She sees the lies, she sees the greed, she sees the deceit, and she hates it, she despises it, because she, at least in her own mind, views herself as a woman of passion who is seeking her art form merely for her desire of spreading love and joy. And there's also this interplay of virtue and sins. In the Bible, 7 is very much a big number. 7 deadly sins, 7 heavenly virtues, 7 things God hates, many different things like that, like the 4 archangels, the 3 states of God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, Raphael. Things happen in 7 often. 7 days of creation, you name it. And so another factor in this show is also the heavenly virtues and the deadly sins. Not only do these people have a idea or an aspect that they derive their righteous fury from, but they also have a virtue, and that virtue is subverted to either lead to their downfall or have been brought about after their downfall. So her virtue is liberality or generosity, and her sin is greed. Miria is someone who is quickly and who will readily give of herself. She, and not just in the monetary sense, but she is willing to offer her time, be a lending ear, be emotional support. She's a very supportive character. Though she does not hate herself or give too much of herself, she's definitely a very giving person. And she loves helping the needy and the downtrodden. But where her greed comes in is she is greedy for information. She is greedy for the secrets and lies that other people tell, and she seeks for the magnum opus, that perfect time and perfect moment where she can call out anything and everything someone has done wrong to purely and truly expose them. And so it leads to her being very much a character who is nice on the surface, but she's a watcher. She's a watcher, she's an observer, and she definitely practices being quiet and being silent at times in order to expose people at a later date. But she doesn't turn that on her friends or other people in her group. In conclusion, the 7 sages are 7 men and women seeking revenge. They're seeking revenge and justice against those who have done them wrong. This isn't a story of good versus evil, but of hurt people in a world meant to be perfect. And moving forward, I definitely look forward to the chance in working on this project more and bringing it into fruition for anyone and everyone to see. Anyway, this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art, and I enjoy making this. I hope to see you guys in my next video or live stream. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.